Hey, what's up, YouTube? Russell, AmbeRussell. Make you guys subscribe at the top. The button's right there. Thumbs up the video and leave a comment at the bottom. So this week has been a crazy week for Miss Rihanna. She has gotten into a couple of trouble, a couple of beefs, and first All-Star weekend, which I gotta say was an amazing weekend. Of course, the West won. Even though I live on the East Coast, I always go for the West because just their whole attitude. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Russell, AmbeRussell. Make you guys subscribe at the top, leave a comment at the bottom, and thumbs up the video. So, Miss Rihanna, the girl from Barbados, she has had a crazy week this week so far. And it all started off with All-Star Weekend, which I gotta say was an amazing weekend. Great dunk contest. Blake Griffin, he did an amazing job. One thing I appreciate about him was that every single time he went, no matter how good or bad the pass was from the person throwing the ball to him, he always made sure that he gave a show and made his dunk. And that's why I gotta appreciate. Whereas other players, even though their dunk could have been better, or it could have been more of a, just done better, or could have looked better, or just been a better perfect dunk itself. When you gotta go back and forth and try to redo it over and over, it sort of like, takes the oomph out of the actual dunk. But anyways, the West won. I rooted for the West. I always root for the West. I live on the East Coast mainly because the whole attitude and the whole aura of the West team is they're as if they're playing Game 7 of the championships, rather as the East, they come out as almost as if it's like, it's a game to them. I remember one year they were all dancing and stuff, and then when the West came out, they were serious and ready to play the game, and they want to win. Whereas though the East almost seems as though they're just, they're just younger, and the All-Stars are just, less mature as, with Kobe and all of them over there. And so, Rihanna performed, and what was kind of upsetting was that she was supposed to perform for a charity event the day before for Donald Trump. And she said she couldn't do it because she had laryngitis, she didn't want to lose her voice, and the plane trip and all that stuff. But how are you going to, say you're going to do something and then back out last minute? Something that you said you're going to commit to weeks, months prior to the actual event, say, yes, I'll do it. When you have all this time knowing that you were sick, that you could have backed out saying, no, I can't do it. You said you were sick since the Grammys. So, are you really sick, or is that just an excuse for you that you're trying to keep up? I don't know. But, so Donald Trump got Jennifer Hudson to do the charity event instead, and said she did an amazing job, and that he also said that Jennifer Hudson sings better than Rihanna. Now, that was uncalled for, but his statement isn't false. We all know that Jennifer Hudson can out-sing Rihanna any given day. How any singer could out-sing Rihanna any given day. And a lot of people are saying, well, if he felt that way, why would he, ask Rihanna to do his charity event? Well, obviously the only reason why he needed Rihanna was because her name. Regardless of how talented or untalented Rihanna is, her name is still very, relevant. It's still very powerful, if you want to say. Whereas she could get many people to come see her, and she could get, #1 singles. She could get people to buy products, So that's probably the only reason why he wanted her, because Rihanna is not that great of an entertainer on stage. But I do gotta say is that what Rihanna brings is just the power of a performer, even though she can't perform. Just her name, she's just one of those people that could easily sell whatever she's selling. And so that's probably the only reason why he wanted her to be at the charity event and perform, because Rihanna's name is so grand, even though she is not talented or a great performer. Anywho, other stuff happened with Rihanna. There's new pictures of her, the beating that Chris Brown did to her a couple of 2 years ago. And one thing I gotta say about that is let's let it go, and let's forget about the whole incident. You could forgive it. And obviously we can't forget what happened, but let's just move on. It's been 2 years. Her restraining order against Chris Brown has been reduced to don't annoy me. So that means they could be in the same facility. They could be in the same, sitting right next to each other. They could talk on the phone. They could do whatever as long as he's not harassing her or annoying her. So if she's forgiven him, forgot about the whole incident, why can't we do that as a, as a community, as a people, as an audience, as a fan of music? Why can't we just let the whole thing go? Why do people always have to bring up whenever Chris Brown comes on TV? Why do we always think about him and Rihanna beating? Why do we have to think about, why does the picture have to come out 2 years later? It's 2 years too late for it to even be relevant anymore. So let's let it go and forget about it, because if Rihanna moved on, we all should move on. And Rihanna also had a Twitter beef. Not only did she have beef with Donald Trump this week, she had beef with Ciara. Ciara was on Joan Rivers' Fashion Police show, and they had a picture of Rihanna in a crazy outfit. And Ciara just basically said that, Rihanna was nice to me, this, that, and the third. And then so Rihanna commented on her Twitter saying, did I tip you right? Trying to insinuate that Ciara was a stripper. Now, Rihanna, that was uncalled for. When I was watching the news the other day, they were talking about you grabbing your crotch all the time when you were performing at the All-Star game. So for you to call someone else a stripper, it's kind of, crazy when you wear very risque and showy outfits that show off your body. For instance, the outfit you wore to the Grammys. It was basically just pieces of fabric put together. Whereas it wasn't an actual thing. It was just basically covering you up in the right spot. And Ciara said, I could see you on stage and off stage, and she was like, haha, funny, whatever. That's why you could show me the stage that you're going to get. And then they basically sell the whole thing on Twitter saying, we need to talk in person. And Rihanna saying, I'm sorry, you just hurt my feelings, and this is the way I had to retaliate. Rihanna, that was uncalled for you to do the whole Twitter beef. But she made her opinion, and she stated that you did not have to say anything else. And for you to just say that makes me feel as though, even though we were forgetting about the whole Chris Brown incident, it makes me feel as though that if someone says something you don't like, you will retaliate and you'll push their buttons so far that they will want to fuck you up and fight you like what happened with Chris Brown and you. But it'll be interesting to see a fight between them. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Rihanna will win or Ciara will win? Rihanna's thick and all, but Ciara got some muscles. She got some diesel, arms and stuff. She's cut. She's in shape. And she's a dancer, and she could perform, and, we see her foot moves. If she got that fast moves, imagine her in the boxing or something, And, but Rihanna, as they say about, she's from Barbados. She got that crazy, Islander type attitude, no holds barred type attitude, where she, just ready to do anything, just ready in attack mode. So I wonder who will win the fight. What do you guys think? You think Ciara could fight and beat up Rihanna, or you think Rihanna could take Ciara down? But yeah, Rihanna, that was uncalled for, and if Ciara was saying that she didn't like the outfit and that it looked better on someone else, you had like 8 colors going on. You had that Ronald McDonald wig on. So, you can't be upset that people aren't liking everything you do. And so, yeah, Ciara, Rihanna, and you also didn't, you kind of, shoved her off at a party, so she was upset about that. But, yeah, but other news about Rihanna, they're saying that they want her to play Whitney Houston's character in The Bodyguard. I heard about this about 2 years ago, back when I was in high school. They wanted to remake the film Bodyguard. I remember watching this film all through my childhood. My aunt used to sing the songs by Whitney Houston. Well, not by Whitney Houston, but performed by Whitney Houston. She sang at talent shows for our college and all sorts of stuff. Sung in the kitchen table when we were little and growing up. And so I grew up with that movie. And I don't think that Rihanna would be a good person to play that character. For one thing, Rihanna isn't a great singer at all. They were also saying that they want Channing Tatum get him to play the Kevin Costner character. I think that's his name. They want him to play the bodyguard. And from what I've seen of Channing, his acting ability is not there at all. I mean, I haven't seen him since Step Up, the first Step Up movie, and he wasn't good in that movie at all. His acting it sucked. But I noticed in the previews of other films that he has gotten better. But I don't know if he's still at that level where he could do a full-out movie and have the chemistry there, the right chemistry rather. And I mean, Rihanna, she could have chemistry with she got chemistry with a glass cup. I mean, the girl is sexual. I mean, we saw her at the Grammys when she was performing Dance Up on Drake, and just the way she was acting with Eminem on the stage, you could see she could really make chemistry with anybody. But I don't think she's the right person, especially trying to sing I Want to Run to You or sing any of the songs that Whitney Houston sung. I mean, her vocals are not there to begin with. And the movie that they're trying to make is supposed to be the bodyguard is supposed to kind of come back from Iraq, and this is his first job that he's doing in America or after coming back from the war, Iraq or Afghanistan, I forget. And they also want to incorporate, Twitter and Facebook and all this social networking and Google Maps and all these ways people could easily contact celebrities. So I think that's a good look for the movie if they are planning on remaking it. They also are in talks of having Jennifer Hudson do the film and also having Beyonce. Those are the three people that they want to toss up. Now, other people I have heard on other blogs where Brandy could play it, or they were saying they could switch it up and have Christina Aguilera play the role of Whitney Houston. First of all, I don't think Jennifer Hudson is great for the role because just the character that the person that Whitney Houston was playing, and if they was sort of like, a dance, singing type person, and just an overall performer, singing, dancing, entertainer. Jennifer Hudson to me is just too much of a singer. She could hit all the notes to the Whitney Houston songs, but I don't think that she's that overall great of a performer as far as dancing wise. Beyonce is not a great actress at all, and Rihanna, I don't feel as though she's a great actress neither, but I haven't really seen anything besides for the Bring It On movie that she was in. Brandy might be a good look for the film. I mean, she was the first Cinderella, and Whitney Houston did want her to play that role, so maybe Whitney might want her to play this role in this film as well. Even though it's not a Whitney Houston movie, it is a movie that made Whitney Houston even bigger of a star than what she was when she was a phenomenal star to begin with. It just brought her acting abilities there and showcased that. Christina Aguilera, she might be good for the role as well. They have said decent stuff about her in her new movie that just came out, Burlesque, and she's an alright performer on stage. She's not the best dancer, not the best live singer, but I mean, she could pull the movie off and get her money's worth. You'll get your money's worth with Christina Aguilera as the role, but maybe they should choose someone who's unknown, maybe someone from Broadway to play the role. Because, I mean, if they're from Broadway and they did musicals, they could obviously sing, dance, and act. And that's what you really need. You want someone who's a great actor, who could get good chemistry, who could sing and dance if they're going to play someone of a modern pop superstar. And for the guy role, they could choose pretty much any guy. But my thing is also, are they going to do the typical relationship that was in the original with a black female pop R&B singer, or are they trying, and with a white bodyguard, are they going to keep it interracial, or are they going to try to make it different and make it a white singer with a black bodyguard, or just a black couple or a white couple? You never know. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think they should even touch this film? Is it too much of a classic? I mean, it has grossed so much money over the time, and those songs are classic. And a lot of people really shouldn't be able to touch songs like that Whitney Houston sung. And if they are going to touch it, they need to do it just as good or even better than what Whitney did. Unless, don't do it at all. Don't attempt to try to do what Whitney did and not do it 10 times better. The film comes on like every day on Fuse and on other channels as well. So it is a classic, and it's a movie that I grew up watching a lot, or rather heard the songs growing up, listened to. And so what do you guys think? You guys think Ciara and Rihanna beef was even should have ever got brought up? You guys think that Rihanna was wrong for what she did on Twitter? I believe that she was wrong because Ciara was just giving her opinion, saying that you was mean to her and that she didn't like the outfit. I mean, you didn't go off on Joan Rivers for calling you the bitch. But you go off at Ciara for saying how she felt and what you did to her. You just guys tell me what you guys think. You guys think they should even recreate this movie, or who you guys think should play the role for Whitney and Kevin's character for the bodyguard and the pop singer? And thanks for watching. Thumbs up the video, subscribe at the top, and leave a comment at the bottom. Peace.